Houses, buy or rent? Since you mentioned rent, everything in your life, I'm for rent, but curious. Yeah, rent your house unless it's cheaper to, unless the mortgage is less than the rent, then obviously just buy it. But in most places, mortgages are going to be more than rent. I mean, yeah, mortgages are going to be more than rent. But if you're in it, there's definitely places around the world and different states and towns and suburbs and stuff where mortgages will be cheaper than rent. And if you're in one of those places, just I'd buy it because it just makes sense, right? Following up on the rent versus buy, would you want to buy even if the rent is a bit higher just because you're not putting your money down the drain, renting versus investing in your asset, your own house? Can you expand on this reason for renting? Perhaps I'm not following. Yeah, well, it totally depends. Like, first of all, there's a big myth about owning a house being an asset because, first of all, most people are personally attached to their houses. So anytime you're personally attached to an asset, it's investing goes out the door. You're more doing it because you want it. For example, this apartment that I'm in, I like it. I want to live here because it's awesome. It's got a cool view and everything, but it's too expensive. Like, the price that someone would be able to like command for a place like this, it's not worth the money. And so it'd be stupid for me to buy it because I'm not. If I did make some money, the amount that I made would be so small it would be insignificant. And also there's a lot of risk because then you've got your money tied up in this thing. If the market moves, you can lose money. A lot of people think that, you know, you don't lose money on houses. More people in America have lost money on houses than they have made money on houses. So, you know, it's house prices do go down, and it does happen all of the time. And so a lot of the time people think it's an investment and then they actually lose their money. And then what else? Then to buy a house, you have to pay the mortgage payments with income. So you have to you have to take that money out of your company. You're going to pay like 50% tax. So you've lost half your money. And then you're paying the bank for the house. And then you're really paying like twice the price for the damn house anyway. So you look at how many ways you're losing money. First of all, on the tax out of the company, and then you're paying interest on the damn house. Look at how much that house is going to appreciate. Is the house going to go up 100% in value? No way. You just paid 50% of your money in tax, so you're already screwed. Like, you're not going to make back on house appreciation the amount you just paid in tax. So people can't think properly. And if you rent a house and you own your own business, and you work from home, you can deduct a huge amount of your rent and run it as a business expense. So with my apartment, like 70% of that rent is paid for by the company. And because the company pays for that rent, it's not paid for as income, which means that I just made 50% on my money because I didn't get taxed on that. But it goes deeper than that. Then because that rent is an expense on the company, that means that it decreases my profit. And if my profit decreases, it decreases my tax. So, like, it's silly. People just can't do the math. Buying a house is like a dream that banks sold people so that they could take all of their money. Like, selling mortgages is like pretty much selling meth. I mean, in some cases, it's good because, you know, you get a really good house, and at a really good price. But most of the time, the banks make all the money, and all these people end up with shitty houses. People don't understand tax. Like, sure, a house is an asset, but to get that asset, you have to get the money out of your company. To get the money out of that company, you have to lose half of it. So if you want to buy a house, you have to lose half your money. So like, it's already done. It's already over. It's different for someone that has a 9-to-5 job because they don't have any option. Their income has to get taxed because they get paid a salary as a W-2 employee, and the tax gets taken out of their income before they get the money, right? So they've got no say in the matter. So it is different for them because they can't possibly not get taxed. So if they've got this money left over, then they could see buying a house as an investment because they don't see the other thing, because it's not an option. But as a business owner, you have the option to take the money out of the company or leave it in. And if you leave it in, then you don't have to pay as much tax. So it's different.